Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of Umineko. Yeah, last episode was pretty damn good, and it's even better now when I read the comments. And thank you, Fast, for letting me know that Beatrice actually knew that what Bernkastel told us in the special episode, and she also told the same thing that Eva was telling the Shannon before. I didn't pick that up. So this is really interesting and kinda important for the story, I think, because how Beatrice would know what Bernkastel told us. But I will leave that for the next one, so yeah. We need more information about that. Let's just go. When Shannon's footsteps disappeared into the distance, Jessica lay down on her bed, still hugging a cushion. Yeah. Her expression was still a little meek, with tears in her eyes. But for the first time in a long time, she had a very, very quiet and honest conversation with her heart. In the first chapter, she never had the chance. Okay, we have another day. As Shannon happily watered the flower beds in the garden, she sensed someone's presence. She turned around, thinking that if one of the family had come to visit, she must greet them. But what she saw was that witch. Okay. So, she just casually showing up herself to Shannon. She really want that mirror be broken. Yeah, like half of day or night. Or we have time skip here. As Beatrice sat on the rose ark, she happily blew on her pipe. Sitting in a place like that would crush the roses. And it might have been dangerous if the ark fell over, but this was a witch after all. Showing concern for her safety was probably a waste of time. Oh! So do we have time skip? Did she already broke the mirror then? So we do have time skip here. Okay, I wonder what's the price. Yeah, I still wonder if this is just the prequel to the chapter 1. Did this happen in chapter 1 as well, but we just didn't saw it. Well, let's just read, because I will make tons of assumptions without reason, so yeah. The witch was calling attention to something. Two things actually. First, that Sean's relationships with George was a fate that would be absolutely impossible under normal circumstances. Second, that the power of the witch was great enough to overturn that fact. Shannon had just gotten wrapped up in those sweet days and had started believing the illusion that all fate revolved around her. But she remembered the witch's words. Originally, her relationship with George had been impossible. No, it might be impossible in the future as well. Not true, not always.
魔女が感謝された試しはないのでな。 つい卑屈になってしまった。許すがいい。
感謝の気持ちを忘れたことはありません。ベアトリーチェ様のお力で幸せな思いができていること、そしてそのお力がなければ私とジョージ様が寄り添う運命がなかったこと、決して忘れたことはありません。
すまぬすまぬ、いじめに来たわけではないのにな。
Beatrice is suspiciously kind here.
口が悪いのはわらわが性分。
Well, cannot deny that.
許されよ。それより聞いたぞ聞いたぞ、二人きりで旅行に行ったとな。さぞや楽しかったであろう。
はい、とても楽しかったです。
Oh. Shannon's face suddenly lit up. The witch laughed lightly, as though amused by the speed of the transformation.
もはやそなたの思い人は一方的に思うだけの存在ではない。互いに思い思われる恋人同士よ。愛に満たされた二人にとって世界はただそれだけで成立する素晴らしき理想の世界かな。魔女も焼こうというもの。
Beatrice laughed pleasantly. That smile made her look as though she blessed the lovers. Rendezvous from the bottom of her heart, without trace of malice. After that day, Beatrice had shown herself before Shannon every once in a while. Even now, Shannon thought of her as an unsettling being. However, she was also indebted to this person for the magic that led her current relationship with George. So Shannon tried with all her might not to act surprised or scary.
そうだった。ベアトリーチェ様、旅行のお土産にお菓子を買ってきたんです。よかったらその
Can she even pick them up?
ベアトリーチェ様もいかがでしょうか。
I mean, she's not having like physical form, right?
ほう、魔女に土産との。
It seems that even a witch, who boasted of living of 1,000 years, hadn't imagined that she would receive souvenir from a sweet lover's trip. When she saw that surprised expression, Shannon thought of this witch as a friend for the first time. Oh. This chapter...
ラードと小麦粉で作った東洋クッキーか。
So far, this chapter have really like different vibe from the first one.
それを西洋風にチョコで包むとは、まさに和洋折衷、菓子のシルクロードよの。
Sounds yummy.
なんだ。
What? We have Beatrice with cute face.
何が？
What?
失礼いたしました。
Kinda yes. I love this soundtrack. I love this soundtrack. Holy shit. It always makes me smile. This witch, who surely held a terrifying power, was chomping down on sweets one after another, making a sound like a squirrel stuffing walnuts into its mouth. This is great. Wow. So she have a kind side too, I guess. But still, isn't she supposed to not have a physical form yet? If that's not a big spoiler, or no, I don't want any spoiler. So if that's not a spoiler, then you can let me like know and kinda let me out of my confusion, because apparently Beatrice is supposed to be revived, right, according to the epitaph. But at this point of story, she clearly have physical form that can interact with material world, basically. Wouldn't that be impossible if she's not revived? After a while, Shannon couldn't conceal her laughter.
しそうになったぞ。そなたには今度ネロのドルチェビータでも振る舞おうぞ。
Dolce Vita from Nero. I feel like this is like Dolce Vita. I think I know that. I mean, the name is changed, but yeah, you can let me know if you know what is that.
バラは永遠の愛の象徴。今のそなたにはバラのドルチェこそがふさわしかろう。
Or maybe I don't know that. Probably not. I'll check it out later. The witch was in a great mood, fully enjoying modern candy.
これ本当にありがとうございました。もう私には十分だと思いますのでお返しします。
What? The thing Shan had softly set on the table was a gold-colored butterfly brooch.
返さず
Interesting. So she got some kind of talisman from Beatrice.
それに持ち続けていれば二人の仲はこれからも永劫に晩
So this is the source of the power, right? Then.
出会いのきっかけは確かに魔法の力で与えてもらったかもしれません。でもその出会いを永遠のものにする努力は二人で協力し合って続けていくもの
Good
だ
job,
と
Shannon.
思います。
Good job. I like that thinking.
愛もバラと同じか。過ぎた世日は根を腐らせる。苦労せねば育めぬ花もあろう。
I love Beatrice in this chapter, like, in a different way. I liked a lot Beatrice in the chapter 1, but in this one, I like her, like, I think the same amount, but for other reasons.
ならば好きにするがよい。身につけず宝石箱の中にしまうもよかろう。それはそなたに送ったわらわの行為だ。それを返されてはわらわも愉快ではない。
I wonder if there's a hidden, like,
申し訳ございません。
reason for that. Maybe Beatrice is just playing, maybe she need Shan to have that on her.
そういう意味で言ったわけじゃ。
気を害してなどおらぬ。そのブローチはすでにそなたのもの。わらわとの友情の証にせいぜい大事にしてくれれば少しは気もな持ち続け、そのご利益を得るもよし、宝石箱にしまい込むもよし、望むなら恋路に悩む別のものに譲ろうとそなたもただ大事にしてくれればよい。
Okay. So she not necessarily need that to be on Shan possession.
さすがに粗末にされては心が痛むでな。
According to Beatrice, she had appeared several times in the past in response to a person's summons to give them some tool inbound with magical power. However, when most people used that power to resolve their worries, they quickly grew unsettled by that, forgot their former gratitude, and threw away the tools they had been given with disgust.
だから
Oh.
行為に素直に
Well,
感謝された
Beatrice is
話を
1000 years old, so I assume she have at least some of tragic stories on her past.
いや初めてか
So why did you kill her? If she's so important to you then. The witch laughed heartily, but it looked like a sad laugh in Shannon's eyes. She herself had been like that in the past. No, maybe she was still like that now. Beatrice was definitely a witch, with a strange and terrifying power. Most people probably wouldn't want to stick around her if they could help it. Surely even those who had relied on that strange power sometimes felt fear rather than gratitude as a result. It must have been deeply hard. Wait, what? It must have deeply hurt the witch to have that happen over and over. Since the time she had started thinking that way, Shannon had tried to stop being frightened of Beatrice. That was surely something that had tormented the witch for over 1,000 years. Maybe she really liked those sweets. Beatrice, who normally spoke abusively, prized the black tea that Shannon served her, and looked to be remarkably high spirits. After doing that for a while, the witch and the servant grew animated in their discussion of the trip with George. The things Shannon actually knew about Beatrice were surprisingly few. First off, she was a ghost-like being who appeared in unexpected places and unexpected times. Yeah, if she's like ghost-like, then how she can interact with the physical world in that way? Like, eat sweets. Ghosts can do that. And it seems that not everyone could perceive that she was there. Okay. Apparently everyone has something called wavelength, and the ability to perceive witches varies greatly among different people. Yeah, that's what Maria told us in the chapter 1, that Butler doesn't have the wavelength to see her. Only Shannon and Cannon could interact with her enough to exchange words like this. There was a few people who could sense her presence, but most people couldn't even feel that much. From what Beatrice said, Kraus and his wife in particular had zero magical talent. Okay. And no matter how much she followed them around, they would never notice her. Once earlier, when Shannon messed up and Natsuki got mad at her, Beatrice had started playing around, hitting Natsuki in the head with her pipe. Wow! Beatrice, you're going up in ranks. I see. Natsuki really doesn't notice a thing. But Shannon, watching that, had burst out laughing without thinking, and she got scolded even more.
なら、親方様だったらどうでしょうか。
Oh, that's a really good question.
魔法の研究とかをなさっているそうですし、きっとベアトリーチェ様のお姿にも気づいてくださると思います。
I don't know why I just now realized that,
金蔵も同じよ
but from what we had like in the last chapter, right? Then I don't know, I think there were just assumptions, maybe? That Kinzo and Beatrice were like together? And then she died? Or something, and he tries to bring her back? I'm not sure if I remember that correctly. And this is weird, because Beatrice is 1,000 years old. And that's weird. I probably remembered it wrong, or I mixed the facts. You can let me know.
あれにも気の毒なくらいに魔法の才能がない
Oh!
血だな同情に値するほど才能がない
Interesting. So why he's so fixated on you then? Huh. As soon as they start talking about Kinzo, it felt like atmosphere around Beatrice changed. She had spoken about Kraus and the rest lack of magical talent, as though she looked down on them, but she spoke of Kinzo in a different way. Anyone connected to the Ushiramiya family would know about Kinzo's Legends of the Gold. According to that, Kinzo was given the gold after summoning the witch, Beatrice. Okay. So this kinda clears my mind. So I mixed the facts then. Before. So Kinzo actually summoned her. Unless that's the story. So it's not confirmed. It's just a story. In other words, she must have had some kind of relationship with Kinzo. Okay, so she confirms that she got summoned by Kinzo. Okay, hard work. I can respect Kinzo more now. The witch who usually looked down on people was uncharacteristically offering her prize. While she lambasted him by saying he had no talent, she prized his efforts. Yep. And apparently trapped her on this island at the same time. She doesn't look so happy. Okay.
魔法を否定して久しいこのご時世に才能のかけらもない者が必死にやっているのでな。少しからかってやろうと思ったのがわらわの運の尽きよ。
Oh. Come on, give me a story. Give me backstory of Beatrice. Her choice of words highlighted how much of a disaster this had been for her. Shannon hesitated over whether it would be safe to continue this discussion. Yes, please continue. But this Beatrice continued on her own, ignoring Shannon. Thank you. Proper format and set of rules. Okay, so she willingly accepted that contract. So she knew the restrictions she would have. That's very specific.
そして親方様はその黄金を使って事業を成功させ今日の財を成すのですね。
うん。魔法の才能は彼の騎士だが詳細と莫細はあったようだな。いや理不尽なる賭けに全て落とす勇気と狂気ゆえにか。狂気は時に魔力に通ずる。なるほど。その点から見れば、
Yep, here's matter, right?
金蔵に魔法の才能が全くなかったとは言い切れんか。
Shannon felt like she was daydreaming. While everyone in the Ushirame family knew the story of how Kinzo idolized black magic, summoned a witch, and received the gold, in actuality, it was all rambling that no one believed in. And now, Shannon was having this story confirmed by the witch herself. She felt a little flustered by this incredible secret that only she knew.
そして莫大な財産を得た金蔵は人の世で手に入れることのできるすべての夢を叶えきった。そして最後に世界の真理を求めたのだ。
Truth of this world.
世界の真理
I just said that.
世界を構成する一なる元素
Yeah, that's what you were talking about like last time when we saw you, about love.
人の世で得られる全てを満たした金蔵は人が求める最後の欲望としてそれを欲したのだ
Is that why he is so fixated on Beatrice? Because he found out about love and he's trying to bring her back? Like in her physical form? So from like 1000 years ago? So she can actually exist? Because he's unable to see her, right? Like Beatrice said, he have no talent for magic. And he's like the other people, and Kraus and Natsuhi. So Kinzo know about her presence. He got like gold and stuff. And now he wants to see her like in the physical form. Maybe that's his like driving point here. The single element. She seems to remember the witch using that word before. When Beatrice saw Shannon trying to remember what that was, she laughed bitterly, waving her hand and saying that there was no need to worry.
わらわも金蔵を少し見くびっていた。まさかあれほどの力を見せるとは思わなかったのでな。おかげでこのざまだ。茶飲み友達もなく、この島にもう何十年も縫い留め、誰に話しかけようとも声は届かず、どこへ行くこともできない。なんとも退屈な。
Hey, you have Shannon now, who respects you, and Canon, who is kinda mad at you. And in future, Maria, who basically worships you. As she laughed in self-derision, she tapped her teacup with her finger. It made a light sound of pottery. Shannon didn't know whenever the word self-derision was really an accurate expression to describe the look of the witch face. Shannon didn't understand everything, but she could more or less figure out the situation. And it was probably a topic that she couldn't press the witch on easily, not unless the witch started talking about it herself. To sum up everything she had set up until now. Beatrice, who had been summoned by the Kinzo's magic, could not leave this island for some reason. Yep, we know that. And she had lost her power and her form, living in her days in boredom. I don't know about form. Unless Kinzo was seeing her at the beginning. And she became this ghost after some time. While she lost her power and she couldn't like keep like, you know, having her form to be seen by everyone. That doesn't make sense, right? I mean it does, but yeah. Blah. I can't speak, goddammit. During that time, her words had reached Shannon, who never forgot to show sincere respect for the witch. And Shannon had helped the witch regain her power, if only a little bit. Also, I just realized that this confirms that Shannon have shit tons of magical power, basically. And Canon too, because they are basically people who can clearly see and talk and interact with Beatrice, while everyone else can barely like feel her presence. As a result, it was now possible for the witch to drink tea with Shannon like this.
ベアトリーチ様が私に割るように言ったあの鏡は一体何なのですか?
Ooh, going to sensitive point, I see.
この辺りの島で大昔いろいろとあったらしくてな。 そのせいで良くないものがたまり、悪い歪みを引き寄せていたのだ。それを旅の東洋魔術師か何かが、
Okay.
それ自体はわらわとはどうでもいいことなのだが、困ったことに魔力の基礎が違っててな。わらわの魔力にも強い干渉を及ぼしておって、非常に迷惑していたのだ。
そうだったんですか。私はてっきりベアトリーチ様を封じ込めたものだとばかり。
So it's not like your pile was actually trapped there or anything.
わらわを対象にしたものではない。
That's sensitive. I assume you are right in some way.
だが、
Okay, maybe
神
not.
格のある鏡だったからな。結果としてわらわの力を封じ込めていたわけだ。料理に例えるならこうか。わらわの注文した西洋料理が厨房でまさに料理されているとする。ところがいざ配膳しようとしたら、客席は日本風で懐石料理が並べられている場だった。だから厨房は
Yeah, so like basically two really different cultures.
わらわのところへはいつまで経っても西洋料理が届かないといった感じよの。だからそなたに日本風の客席を打ち壊し、場を一度白紙に戻させたのだ。そのおかげでようやくわらわの注文した料理が届き、力が戻ったというところか。もっともようやく食前酒が届いたというところよ。メインディッシュにはまだまだ遠い。今のわらわなど靴屋の妖精にも劣る希薄な存在でな。何がおかしい？
Oh my god, she's confused. She's cute.
アナ様の例えがあまりに面白かったもので、まさか魔法の話が
But that was a good one.
料理の話に例えられるとは思いませんでした。
我ながらうまい表現だったつもりだが、よもや笑われるとは思わなかったぞ。
I just realized that she have like ring here. I don't know if I saw that before.
少し心外だ。
Oh, Beatrice, don't do this. You are too cute. A slightly sulky expression rose to the witch's face. It wasn't a strange expression at all, appearing on the face of some friends as they enjoyed their tea.
こう見えても昔は残酷極まりないことで知られたわらわだったが。
Oh, we know, alright. We know from the chapter 1.
丸くなったものよ。人間とこうしてたわいない話で茶を交わせるようになるのだから。
And Berncastle is still afraid of you. She was probably talking to herself. As Beatrice gazed at the seabirds tracking the horizon, she put her tea to her lips
雲
again.
が出てきたな。海も制裁をかけば灰色。
そうでしょうか。曇っても海は美しくて真っ青だと思います。
Maybe the witch noticed the deep meaning behind Shannon's words. She laughed lightly and set down her empty teacup.
もはやそなたの両目に埋められているのは黒い石ころではないらしい。どうだ？家具から人間に生まれ変わった気持ちは理解できているか？
Oh, she's going with that again.
はい。世界がこんなにも優しかったなんて 知りませんでした。
This is really happy scene, but I'm still kinda worried what prize will come out of this. Because at the beginning of this chapter, right? That was at the beginning, not at the meeting with Beatrice. And Shannon thought that the new kind of suffering was waiting for her. Wait, I just realized, Shannon will survive this chapter, right? Because at the beginning she was talking about how it brings her new kind of suffering, right? So that so I would assume that this text was from the future Shannon talking, like, you know, she was telling us the story. So in other words, Shannon will survive this chapter, because in other ways she wouldn't be able to talk about that in the beginning. Am I confused or am I right? Or am I right? I need to check the beginning. I think that's the case. I think that's the talk from the future. I think I got you, Umineko. I think I got you. Since the start of her relationship with George, Shannon's face had grown brighter more often. Yeah. Her smile had made everything go smoothly and had even changed her fortune. Shannon made less mistakes in her own than she had before, and the family members' opinion on her was slowly starting to change. Just the other day, she had been surprised when Kraust, who rarely exchanged words with her, had suddenly started talking to her. That's great. Kraust is not that bad.
いえ、でも楽しい毎日です。はい。
良いことじゃないか。同じコーヒーならで継がれた方がうまいに決まっている。
Yes, please.
その笑顔でもう一杯頼めんかね。
That had become a chance for Shannon to gain confidence in herself. Of course, it didn't go beyond her own heart, and it wasn't so big change that anyone would notice. But she had begun to change bit a bit. Shannon understood it clearly. Knowing love was the same as gaining a soul, the same as being reborn from furniture into a human. There was absolutely nothing mistaken in Beatrice's words. By knowing love, Shannon had learned what it was to be a human.
珍しい茶化をちそうになったな。有意義な時間であった。そろそろ仕事に戻らねばならぬ時間であろう。茶会はこれまでにしよう。
Our tea party.
わらわが茶を飲むことを好かん者もおるようでな。
Who exactly? Oh, alright, probably Canon. Yeah, probably Canon, because he can see her and he don't believe her. The witch gripped the teaspoon and flipped it with her fingers, sending it up in the air. After that, it was launched by the fingers of some invisible person and flew straight into a nearby bush. Wait, what? Invisible person in the air? Yep, that's canon. The bush shook violently and Canon came out. It seems he had been there for some time, watching their tea party. A spoon was gripped in his hand. If he hadn't cut it in an instant, it might have hit him hard in the forehead and caused him to start oozing blood.
安心せよ。茶会はこれで終わるぞ、カノン。
いつからそこにいたの？声をかけてくれればカノン君の紅茶も入れたのに。
女同士の語らいを邪魔したくなかったのであろう。
Oh my god, he's still rebelling against her. Canon kept silent, but there seems to be slightly hostile look in his eyes. On the outside, he acted with respect. But unlike Shannon, Canon did not trust the witch. I also don't trust her, because we know her from chapter 1. We see her other side in this episode, but I still think she's kinda shady. She may have like some tragic stories before, but she's still kinda shady. When Beatrice hit the table with her pipe, the tea set turned into gold butterflies, which flew upward all at once. Then they scattered in every direction, and the cleanup was already done. Wait, isn't that a problem? Tea set turned into gold butterflies. Unless you brought that, then you just stole the property of Ushiromiya family here. What if this is like the tea set from the mansion here, and Shannon will be scolded because she didn't bring that back?
楽しかった。また縁があれば会おうぞ。まだまだ魔力が足りぬでな。姿を現すのも疲れる。
God damn it, Canon.
そんなに疲れるなら二度と現れるな。
Canon had said it in a small voice, but the witch seems to have heard it perfectly. She giggled, but did not reply.
シャノン、次の茶会ではジョージとの話をまた聞かせておくれ。人の恋路より甘い茶花は他にない。それではさらばだ。
Nice. Battery's body also became gold butterflies, which scattered in all directions and disappeared. It was a fantastical and a beautiful scene, like a blizzard of gold leaf. For a while, Shannon quietly watched the witch exit. Canon approached her from behind and spoke with an expression that was drastically different from hers.
姉さん、あいつと付き合っちゃダメだって言ったじゃないか。
ベアトリーチェ様はそんなに悪い人じゃない。確かにちょっと怪しいところが。
Yeah, she is a little shady.
僕たちにしか姿が見えない時点で十分にうさんくさいよ。あいつは人間じゃない。
If what she said is correct, and we assume that she's not lying, then you two just have shit tons of magical power. For some reason.
何を企んでるかわかるものか。
カノン君、それは少し失礼だと思うな。
There was a touch of sternness in Shannon's voice, which was unusual for her. To Canon, who knew her well, she must have sounded extremely stern. Canon, looking excessively surprised, considering Shannon's tone, fell silent.
確かにベアトリーチェ様は人間とは違う。恐ろしい力を持っているし、恐れ敬わなければならない存在だと思う。でも人間とは違うからといってそれだけを理由に忌み嫌うのはとても失礼なことだと思うの。
姉さんの言いたいことはわかるよ。姉さんはあいつにあのブローチをもらってから変わった。
She changed for better, right? That's kinda true as well, to be honest. Because she started like smiling and stuff just because she got help from Beatrice and from that talisman she got. So the power made her happy, basically.
そんなことを言わないで。
あいつは人間じゃない。何を考えてるかわからない。だから気を許しちゃダメなんだ。そして人間じゃないのは僕らも同じだよ。
Wow. Wow, he's going for the furniture thing again. I love how big contrast there is between Shannon and Canon right now. I like how Shannon is like basically really friendly with Beatrice now. She's still thinking that she's shady, but Canon on the other hand is really rational right now. I really like that relationship that we are having now between these two characters. Canon's words grew more serious. These words probably gouged at Shannon's heart. She bit her lower lip and hung her head.
僕らは家具だ。たとえ名前をもらい、人として接してもらったとしても、僕たちの生まれが変わるわけじゃない。
But I still dislike the talk about being a furniture. You are no longer furniture. These words Beatrice had given her, which had made her happiest, floated through Shannon's mind.
家具じゃないよ。
家具だよ。僕たちは人間未満の存在だよ。姉さんはそこを忘れたふりをして。
Okay, Canon, I respect you, but I don't know what to think.
自分でも分かっているはずだよ。
私、家具じゃないもん。人間だもん。
いや、人間じゃない。
Canon, but she's doing alright without being a furniture, right? Without the pessimistic thinking. Why can't you do the same?
愛される資格も初めからない。
That's bothering me, like, since chapter 1, like, why? Okay, Canon, you're wrong. Canon criticism seems to have shifted away from Shannon's meeting with the witch. Shannon picked up that quickly.
お嬢様に聞いたよ。正直呆れたね。ジョージ様と一緒に旅行に出られるなんて、家具の身の程を忘れてるよ。姉さんはあの魔女にそそのかされて、自分が人間になれたと勘違いしてるだけなんだよ。
But even Kraus prized her.
聞いて、カノン君。確かに私たちは家具だよ。
Okay.
人間に劣った未満の存在。でもその満たない分をもし得られたなら、それは人間になれたということじゃないのかな。
そんなもの。
This is complicated. This is really complicated relationships right now.
あるの。それを得たなら私たちは家具なんかじゃない。人間になれるよ。
バカバカしい。なれるものか。
Canon spat those words out, but did so weakly and turned away. He was probably giving up. After all the suffering he would undergone during these days, he would live as furniture. His heart was firmly sealed.
なれるよ。
Yeah, I can see that.
普通の人間。
Sadly.
よしてよ。魔女の受け売りは。
ベアトリーチェ様に教えてもらったの。私たちは世界の一なる元素を得ることで人間になることができる。それを満たさないならそれは人間じゃない。だから人は一なる元素を得るために生涯を作る。
姉さんが何を言っているのかわからないね。よまよい事なら聞きたくないよ。
ならカノン君にも分かるように教えてあげるね。
Okay, how?
ほら姉さんの指の先を見て。
Shannon quietly pointed to the sea, towards the horizon. Canon didn't understand what she meant, and couldn't do anything except look between the horizon and Shannon's expression, which seems to be posing a riddle.
カノン君は海が何色に見える？
It was an extremely simple question. For a while, Canon tried to guess at the meaning behind it. But he couldn't think of anything, so he answered obediently.
パッとしないネズミ色だよ。それが何？
Objectively speaking, the sea, laid out beneath a cloudy sky, could probably be described best by Canon words. But as Shannon closed her eyes and smiled, she shook her head slightly.
私には真っ青に見える。
そういう意味？緑色の信号を青っていうようなものでしょ。
They do? Didn't hear that.
違うの。海は真っ青。私には分かってカノン君には分からないなら、これがつまりそういうことなの。
Canon bit his lower lip and fell silent for a while.
わからないよ。
カノン君、手を出して。
Canon was taken aback, unable to understand what she was saying. She took his arm and opened the palm of his hand. Shannon softly said something there. That was the magic brooch, which she had received from Beatrice. Yeah, Beatrice told her that she can give it to someone. A magic charm, shaped like a golden butterfly, that could bring love to fruition.
あいつの。
これは私のだから
Yep.
私だと思って粗末にしないで。
After being spoken to like that, he couldn't just throw it away. Count didn't know what he should do, and he stood there confused for a while, the brooch still on the palm on his hand. Shannon put the palm of her hand on top of Cannon's, and the brooch was warmed by both of their hands.
これは本当の魔法の力を持ったお守り。きっとカノン君に大切な気持ちを教えてくれると思うの。
あいつの魔法で教えられることなんて何もない。
あるの。だから身につけて。恥ずかしければ懐に忍ばせておくだけでもいいそうなの。
バカバカしい。あいつの魔法なんかに惑わされて。
Even as he said that, Cannon couldn't be cold-hearted towards something Shannon was urging him to take. In the end, Cannon took it and agreed reluctantly, saying he would prove that he wouldn't surrender to the witch's power. Shannon smiled and nodded back.
きっとカノン君、きっとそうすればきっとカノン君にもこの海が美しい青に見える。
That's right, from chapter 1, Cannon was important to Jessica, right? Right? Do I remember it right? I think so.
ネズミ色は何度見たってネズミ色さ。
違うよカノン君。そう見えるのは愛がないから。
Also, you can let me know, because if that happened, then maybe I probably forgot. In chapter 1, did we had this magical brooch anywhere? Did we found it on like Cannon's corpse, maybe? I don't remember that. I don't think we did. Why did they censor the love word. What? Someone please explain that to me? Unless it's a spoiler? But she clearly said I, so there should be love here. God damn it, I should have read. Once again, I ask you something in the comment, and then the next sentence literally tell me why the hell that happened. God damn it. Because of the holding wind, he hadn't been able to catch the main point of what she would just said. So Sharon said it once more. A single element of the word. She spoke once more of the world, where it existed, where the sea was deep blue.
きっとカノン君にも真っ青な海が見えるよ。だって
Without love, it can't be seen.
そこにいるのは誰か。
Okay! And I guess next video will be starting with Kinzo. Thank you for being with me for this chapter, for this episode. That was a really good episode. I really enjoyed that. I hope you do as well. And I will see you in the next one. So yeah, let me know in the comment what you thought. Leave up a like if you liked the video and maybe subscribe, because still most of people who watch this video are not subscribed. So yeah, thanks, and I will see you in the next one. So for now, Pocket Watch is going out.